Hello and welcome to episode 32 of ghostgalknitspodcas. I'm Ghost, also known as Sarah. Please pay no mind to my voice. I had a rough night a couple of nights ago. I won't get into details. It was just a little on the rough side. Ate something twice I shouldn't have, paid for it later type rough. So, I don't have a whole lot today. Like, literally, I have 2 works in progress and a finished object. That's it. It was a very slow couple of weeks for me due to heat waves and me really just not wanting to work on stuff in a heat wave. But can you blame me? It's hot. And that's about... So I'm just gonna get here. I have no admin stuff, at least that I remember. Nope. Okay, so as of right now, all my Christmas gifts are on track to be done in November. I'm almost through the first square of Dad's blanket. For that, I'm just a few balls in. The problem is there's only 87 yards per ball. 87 yards don't go very far once you get it big, believe me. So there's only, so that is it's going. Mum's shawl, that's on a good pace right now. I have the yarn for the other two big gifts I'm making. I have one more gift, but for the last one, I'm going to go through my storage bin here, or scrap bin, and see what I find good that I can use for it. So, rather than buy a whole new ball of yarn. I was considering that. It is still on the table if I don't find anything in my bin. So, okay, next, we have a hat sale going right now. It started Sunday. I forgot to mention it in the last podcast. Actually, I didn't even write it down on the notes, so that did not happen. So that's the annual Triple S sale. And if you're wondering what the Triple S sale is, if you're new around here and you weren't here last year at this time, it's basically a birthday sale for... So the Triple S's are me, my Aunt Susan, and my cousin Stephanie. We all have birthdays around... Stephanie's birthday was yesterday, and mine and Susan's birthday was Sunday. So since we're clustered right there, I just do a Triple S sale, and it's 30% off because there's 3 of us, and also this year because I turned 30. So that's another reason why it's a 30% off sale this year. So in all hats minus Maggie Jr., which expired, but I think I only have one of those left. I think I have to go through and double check all the counts. Again, don't mind my voice. It's just a little insanity today. Okay, there we go. So that's all about the stuff I have to yap about today. We're going to get into works in progress, which I'm actually going to add one more on, which is the purple and black blanket. I did do a couple little things on it, but I'm definitely going to be considering dropping down a hook size, because that one, when a 6mm, I'm not really liking it. It just feels really funny because the yarn is not a 6mm yarn. By any means, it does not need a 6mm hook. So, first, Mum's shawl. Yes, it's still being housed in here. I had put a little bit on it. I don't remember what I showed last time. but I did put a little bit on it, not much. I might have been up here last time, so, but this is growing very nicely. And it's going to look just like my shawl, minus the colorway, when it's done. And then I have some bulky yarn I'm going to play with, and this, so that should be fun, because that's going to work up really nice and quick. I haven't really worked on this. I do have plans to work on this later this week, but I'm also going to be making another basket this week for Mom to put all her sewing stuff in, because it's everywhere up there, and I mean everywhere. It's in baggies. It's all over her sewing machines. So I'm going to work on that. I think I had that set to today. Yes. So I'm starting that later today. I should hopefully remember to put that in the project playlist. The hook I'm using for it is going to be a 10mm, so it's basically this ball of yarn, this ball, and this ball here are going to be used for it. Because, yeah, that's happening. So, I do have to order more yarn in for Dad's blanket. I have one more ball. But, yes, I was supposed to work on it Monday, but mine was off elsewhere when all I wanted to do was play games, because I have to be careful what I watch on YouTube, or else I end up playing games and not working on my crafts. So, and I also have a different mug because both my normal mugs. Isn't he cute? And the saying is, on the inside is crazy for coffee. But I have hot cocoa because me and coffee do not mix. And, oh yeah, there is an open window here because it is finally cooled down to where we can have open windows, which makes me happy. Because I prefer an open window over the sound of AC any day. But that's just my preference because I didn't grow up with the AC blowing every single day. So, next we've got heavy, heavy, heavy. And I am not kidding when I say heavy. Dad's blanket. I am not going to get this whole thing in frame. Nope, nope, nope. So, this is Dad's blanket so far. It's friggin' big. Last time I measured it, it was at 34 inches. He wants a 4x4 square, so 48 by 48. Yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah. So, yeah. It's just double. Yeah, that works. So that's about yay big. I already told Dad, chances he's gonna 4x4 squares is almost unlikely now, because I would have to go, God, 15 balls of yarn per square. And this thing is already heavy on 9 balls of yarn. But every time I put a row on, it grows. I always measure these rows here, not my rows here, because they don't have any tension on them, so I get inaccurate measurements. So every time I add a row, the stitches, they grow a little because of the tension. And when they're grown, they're 1.25 inches. So every row I add, it goes up 1.25 inches. So, but if his blanket at least ends up being 7.5, I'm happy with that. I've had some Nutella on my lip. I kind of munched down breakfast before coming on. So, yeah. But like I said, this thing is effing big. Study. And then I did do a little bit of work on this, but I'm going to change the hook size out. Because right now I have a 6mm because that's what the purple yarn calls for. That does not look like it requires a 6mm hook. I'm sorry. So I'm going to drop it down to 5.5 and see if I have better luck with it and if I like it more. It's going to drop my stitch definition down a little bit, but I'm fine with that. This is my blanket. It's not going to anyone. And I've already woven in ends, so I can't take it apart. So I might do that today, but probably not. I think I'm actually going to watch Emma, because I got that for my birthday, thanks to Mom, because I actually like that story. It's really fun. And that's it for works in progress this week. Like I said, I didn't really do a whole lot. So, and next on the list, finished, and now on the finished objects, which I have one of. Whoops. And it's this one. I'm just trying to get the side, preferably without the cat fur. I'll give you one guess who's already claimed the blanket. Okay, so this is the cat-free side. So this blanket, oh, this thing was a beauty to work on. I got it done in about a week-ish. I would have gotten it done in like 4 days, because I was literally, but heat waves and all that fun jazz really slows you down. So this ended up coming out amazing. Cora likes it. I don't know if I'll do any more of those, because as most of you know, I had another yarn I was supposed to do with that pattern. It did not work out. So I chose a different 8mm hook required yarn. So that's all I have for this week. Like I said, this one was going to be short, like really short, because I didn't have much. I spent most of my week working on Dad's blanket, trying to get that done. So, but I'm basically in full Christmas swing, but that basket I do need to make because I'm just tired of seeing Mom's notions everywhere upstairs for her sewing. And finding pins left, right, and center, even though I made her a pin cushion. So, I will see you guys in 2 weeks with hopefully a lot more items worked on, finished, and yeah. Until next time, happy crafting and have a good life.